Hey everybody, just arrived was this BESKE debt pedal, left side foot pedal. So this is a debt pedal for my Jeep Gladiator here. And a lot of you guys that come to the channel have a Gladiator or are considering one. And one of the problems, not a problem, but comfort issue, I guess, is that it doesn't have any sort of debt pedal. And I read a couple of reviews on this thing, and it comes with really awesome directions, as you can see, like basically like a photocopy of a photocopy. I can't ever understand why a vendor would do this, like shoot themselves in the foot. Beautifully machined pieces, really nice product, but just an absolute atrocity when it comes to directions. This is what leads to bad reviews. People don't install your product correctly because you gave them bad directions. And then what happens then? You get bad reviews on your product. You don't succeed. It doesn't take very much to print good directions, but if you don't want to print them, just put a tiny piece of paper and say, for directions, go to www.whatever.com and, check out the directions there. Just put a little installation video together or whatever you're going to do. But honestly, this is not doing you any favors. BESKE debt pedal. Even though it seems like a decent enough product. So I'm not going to really go through the install step by step. There is a couple of good videos online already that do that. But I will give you my overall review of the install process, and I will give you my overall review of the product momentarily. All right, so so I love installing things, right? Like that's my other videos. You can see me install a bunch of stuff, and I enjoy doing that. This is not an enjoyable install because the design is such that there is a, you can even see where my finger is here. Hang on, let's see. Where's the camera? There we go. This part of the plate right here, there is a nut behind that you have to tighten. This nut is relatively easy, not that easy. You can use a ratchet, number 10 ratchet with that one. If you got a deep enough ratchet, you can go all the way, not a problem. The one behind it, you need a number 10 wrench, and you have about a 1/16 of a full turn of a room up there in order to kind of wrench it down. So first of all, it was hard enough getting the bracket back there and getting the bolts to stick through the holes correctly, getting the two washers and the nut under without them falling into this cavity right here. That was all an acrobatic move. And I've heard a lot of people say that about this install. I just thought they were being little bitches, but yeah, it was pretty difficult. And what sucks is if I don't like this position, I have to take the whole thing out and start over. I have to, to move this one notch up that way or one notch back the other way, I have to take the whole thing apart. Again, doable, but I have a feeling I'll just live with however this is going to be, unless I'm really uncomfortable with it. And I think all of these guys are designed this way. It's not just this brand. I kind of checked out the different ones, and none of them really have figured out a better solution for how to do this, which is a total shame. I'm going to take it for a quick drive and see what I feel. All right, driving with the debt pedal. Let's see. I can already kind of see that maybe it's not positioned perfectly for me. I don't know though. Let's see. Doesn't feel low enough. Like only half of my foot is sitting on it. Sorry about the audio. Just using my phone here. It is a little bit more comfortable than I'm used to already, because my foot usually doesn't have a place to sit at all. So this is an improvement. Ideally, I feel like it would probably sit a little closer, but let's keep this test drive going and see what I feel. Hey, there's a JK. I just passed it. You guys probably didn't see that. Okay, you know, part of the trick is, I don't know if my seat is adjusted where I usually adjust it. So, okay, yeah. I mean, okay, so one thing's for sure, you know, once you get it tightened down, it's pretty sturdy. It's not moving around on me. That's nice. It doesn't feel loose or rattly. Look at this guy, jeez. People are picking up their kids from school, and you can tell, like, waiting in that school line, that frustration that builds up when you're trying to get out of the school parking lot. It's a mess down there. And by the time they get out, they're just irate. They're like the worst drivers ever. All right, let's see. I kind of want to stretch my feet a little bit, legs a little bit more than this. Let's see. Is this about right? I feel like I should have worn better shoes to test this out, because I'm wearing my sandals, and they're a little too flexible. So, like, if you're, you know, regular shoes, although, you know, I drive with my sandals a lot, so this is kind of a good test for me. May not be the greatest test for you. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. It's nice to have a place to put your foot. I feel like it would be nicer if it extended all the way to the floor, which it doesn't. It's got a good 6 inches above the floor. Let's go this way. I never go this way. So a good 6 inches above the floor. And so only about the top half of your foot, like, rests on it, which is acceptable, but I feel like it would definitely be better if it went all the way down. That's kind of where most of the support would be, I think. It starts out a little too high, in fact. Your foot would never go up that high, and yeah. But it's definitely an improvement for $30. You know, it's nice to have. I got a relatively long drive coming up, which is why I decided to finally do this. Not that long, but I can't drive for very long distances without my back kind of giving me shit. So here's the view of the city. There it is. This guy has a nice view. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It could be better. It's pretty good for $30, you know. It's a nice addition. If it allows me to add, you know, an hour to my drive without feeling that normal discomfort that I do, then it's done its job. And I felt pretty good about that. Gotta make a really sharp U-turn here. Now that's another thing I love about the Gladiator. It's got a sweet turning radius, even better than our Range Rover did, and my wife's Land Rover. Certainly better than most. I think better than any truck that size. I don't know. I'm probably wrong about that. I haven't had a lot of trucks. I've had a Tacoma and an F-150 for a little while each. I didn't really use them as a daily or anything like that. This is my first truck as a daily driver, and it's probably the best truck I've ever driven. It's not as capable maybe as some trucks, but it's certainly more utilitarian. It does a lot more things. One of the things it didn't do too well was long drive comfort, and that's why I installed this dead pedal. So hopefully that helps. Anyway, guys, yeah, I guess my overall review of this thing kind of stands to be seen for a longer drive. But right now, I can tell that if I'm wearing shoes, it'll probably be a little bit better. The position's okay. It would be nice if it came down to the floor. Price is right. Install process is an absolute pain in the ass. In fact, honestly, like, I don't think I want to adjust it because of how painful that install was. You really can't redo, you can't change the position of the pedal without uninstalling the whole thing, which is, I feel like they could have designed around that, honestly, because, yeah, it's obvious to me that they could have designed around that, but they probably just stuck to their original design as they were going. And even after the install, they probably just produced a bunch of these already, and they said, frig it, who cares? They'll buy it anyway. Those Jeep guys, they'll install anything. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and click that button and let me know what you thought. Look forward to your comments.